So, do you often feel stuck at the same knowledge and not finding a way forward? Do you often feel like you are kind of reading a book and you don't find it interesting, so you keep it aside and never open that book? If that is what happening with you, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm gonna be covering some more secrets only top 1% people know that they often don't tell us. And also, I'm gonna be covering some of those challenges that we often face, that we often neglect those challenges and we find it that we are like not learning anything. Learning requires active engagement. It is not a passive engagement. What that means is it is not meant to be easy. It requires your time and effort to put in. You can't learn new stuff just by sitting around and doing nothing. Second thing is we often tend to limit our educations to our colleges, schools, universities, but that is not so. If you want to learning is a lifelong process. Learning never ends. But if you use it as a tool, it can help you to accomplish goals which will really change your lives. So before getting into the nitty-gritties of learning, let's define and conceptualize. Learning is an act of incorporating new ideas, concepts, and abilities into our brain. Learning is a deep wisdom that allows us to create, innovate, and look beyond our eyes. Learning, when we learn something, then it builds upon the existing knowledge that we have. It's kind of layer that we are forming on the existing knowledge, on our existing ideas. It works like compound interest. These small marginal improvements over a course of time, you will realize that they have completely changed your perspective, your way of communicating. It completely separates you from an average person in a good way. So the question is, what is stopping us to learn? Trust me when I say you yourself, your egos are biggest enemy of learning. When you think you know something, you resist to change your existing ideas. This way you keep yourself at the same point, at the same knowledge forever. And that's not how it works. If you want to learn, you have to adapt and pivot according to the environment. Another reason for why we are here or why we not learn stuff, why we face problems, is that internet is bombarding so much information into our brains that we can't ignore those information, which has made our attention span so much shorter. Like internet has made us learning look so easy, but it is not. Like you can learn to code in a week or in a month, or you can play a guitar in like overnight. But that's not how it works. It's not supposed to be easy. And then once you start learning, then you find that it's not easy. And then you kind of frustrate yourself and never complete that work. So how we can overcome these challenges and build a life that we want and learn better and much faster than we were before. How to learn at 2x from those previous things. So very first technique is deliberate practice. Most deliberate practice or doing 1% extra effort. I've seen like most of the successful people do this because like this 1% extra efforts tends to separate them from an average person. This 1% extra effort allows them to work upon those tasks which are most often neglected by others. Keep in your mind, do that 1% extra that we often ignore. And after that we have double loop learning. What does it mean? Double loop learning is like we are reading a book and we are reflecting on our experiences. We are updating our knowledge, our existing knowledge, and adopting new ideas and never making the same mistake again. Do you know what happens when we make the same mistakes again? We never learn. We will kind of move in a loop, and that's not we want us. We want us so that the experience that we are gaining will help us to learn more and eliminate unwanted information. And after that we have like some techniques that allows us to learn much faster, like Feynman technique. It says that pretend you are a teacher and let's say you are reading a psychology book and you have to now you have to simplify those psychological concepts to a child who is just grader. And while doing that you find that there are some gaps in an understanding. Now those gaps need to be filled. Now you have to review your source material and you find that now you have filled those gaps. Now you kind of realize that you are able to see the same concept from different angles, and these different angles allows you to learn that concept in a way that help you retain that information. While you are using your brain to complete those concepts, firstly you have to break down those concepts to understand, to teach that to a child, and then you have to combine those concepts, which is making you kind of a master in that particular field, in that particular concept. Like if you want to test it, Just rephrase what you have learned in your own words. If you could do that, then it means you have learned the concept completely. And after that, we have spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is we are repeating or revising that same information at regular intervals. We often tend to lose the concept from our brain after the 7 days spent. When we try to learn something new, it is fresh in our mind. But as the time passes by, our memory retention also decreases. And this memory retention decrease is shown by a curve, which is known as forgetting curve. They show that our memory retention tends to lose with the time we spend. So keep in mind that now you have to revise the same information 4 to 5 times. That will allow you to retain that memory for a longer period of time. So if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel and comment below on what part you like the most.